OPK, how's it going on this beautiful day the Creator has made for us? I'm Lance Cardinal, all the way up here in Edmonton, Alberta. So happy to always be with you guys, doing some amazing art projects and working together online to have a fun day. Let's enjoy our day and have a little bit of fun. But before we do, look behind me here. See all this? This is my new backdrop for my videos. Now, you can see right now it is brown, but this weekend I'm going to be painting a mural on it, so it's going to have a huge mural all the way across the back here, and it's going to be so cool. So next time we play together and have some art, you're going to see a really cool design back there. It's got teepees, it has rainbows and waterfalls. It's going to be so cool, I promise. But for now, it's just brown, so I'll have to deal with it just like that. Okay, so as always, you guys, the first thing we say when we see each other is hello, and we say it in Cree, and that is tansit. So of course I want to hear all you guys out there say great big loud tansit as well. So here we go. On the count of 3, I want to hear ya. 1, 2, 3. Right on, tansit it is. Good job, you guys. Amazing. You're so cool. And you know what? I think we should, speaking of Cree, it's time to learn about our Cree word of the day. And of course, we're going to do it today with a little bit of something a little bit different. We're going to draw a picture and see if you can guess what it is, okay? All right. Let's take the previous sheet off. Here we go. All right. Now, I'm going to draw a picture on here and see if you guys can guess what today's Cree word is, all right? So here we go. I'm going to start down here and start drawing. Any guesses yet? From the previous picture. All right, if any of you have guessed by now, this is a tree. That's right, it's a tree. And of course, a tree is brown, so we're going to take some of our brown and we're just going to color it in a little bit just to show that we know it's a tree. There we go. These markers are very thin. I'll have to get myself some big fat markers so it'll be easier to color them in. But we just want to show a little bit that it's brown. There we go. There's our tree, and on that tree we have things that are on it. Now, that is still not, the word today is not tree, but it's something to do with the tree. So here we go. These ones are coming off the tree, just like this. And those things, which I'm sure you know by now, are leaves. That's right, those are leaves from the tree. But these are not just any leaves. These are colorful leaves. So today's word, does anyone have a chance to guess what it might be today? A few more colors and we'll be done the drawing, and I'll be able to let you know what today's Cree word is. Oh my goodness, I need one more yellow, I think. There it is, you guys. Who can guess what today's Cree word is based on my drawing? I'm sure you got it by now. Yes, that's right. It's fall or autumn, which is what we're in right now, when all the leaves turn colors and it's so beautiful outside. We have to go for walks and spend time outside with our families and friends. And, you know, it's a safe place to go and spend time with people. We don't have to worry about the coronavirus. If we're out in nature with our cohort and our family, it's so beautiful right now. But anyway, let's learn about that Cree word. So the English word we're talking about is fall or autumn. There we go, fall or autumn. And now the Cree word for that is takwâkin. ᑕᴏâkin. That is a Cree word. Now here we go. So it's T-A. Ta. K-W-A. Kwa. Kin. K-I-N. Kin. ᑕᴏâkin. That means fall or autumn in Cree. Now, let's also learn about the syllabics version of that. You all know that's the symbol version of the Cree word, and it's the same thing. It has the same sounds. Ta. Kwa. Kin. ᑕᴏâkin. That's right, we have fall or autumn, ᑕᴏâkin in Cree, and the syllabics version right there, and that is our Cree word of the day. Good job, you guys. I knew you would get it. It's always so much fun to draw, isn't it? So much fun. So there we go. Put that aside. Now, that brings us to today's art craft, which is going to be so much fun. And I'm sure by now, your teacher has taken you out for a walk to gather a large branch and also some fall leaves. If you haven't done that yet, pause this video, get those shoes on, line up safely with your masks, and head outside and get a branch for yourself and some leaves. Now, if you have already, let's keep going, because today's project is a miniature fall tree. That's right, this is today's project, you guys, making your own teeny tiny fall miniature tree that you can put in your house or at school or give to your mom or dad. So cool. Now the first thing you have to do is gather all the supplies, and like I said, if you haven't gone outside, pause that video and head on outside now and go get those supplies. If you have, then let's keep going. We put this right over here so we can see what we're working on today. And now let's get our supplies. The first thing we're going to need is leaves, and I gathered a whole bunch of leaves today from the area around here in Edmonton. So I have lots and lots to choose from. Look at all these leaves. So cool. All right, so that's the leaves. Now, you should probably try and pick smaller leaves that'll fit that. So there's a whole bunch of sizes here I can choose from, so that's kind of cool. You're also gonna need, let's see, a branch. That's right, a large branch, just like this. Now, I found this in the bush as well because, you know, these branches are something you should have all over the place. You can find them in the back behind the house, in the forest, but don't pick any trees that are in the schoolyard. You want to go right to the forest and find these ones, so you might have to go for a walk. I like this one because it looks like a tree already, has lots of different branches to choose from. We can go from there. Next thing we're going to need is a container to put it in. Now, I have a container just like this, but you can always just use a styrofoam cup with plasticine inside of it. Or you don't even have to use a pot at all. You just use plasticine or a piece of styrofoam, whatever you have, a teacher will get for you to have as a base. But gravel inside of a container works very nicely, just like that. Cool. Now we also need a scissors, just in case we want to do any cutting and of their branches to make them smaller. These are always nice to have around. Be sure you're safe with those, and no sharing of supplies. Don't forget, guys, your supplies are your supplies. Keep them in your area. That's all there is to it. All right. Now let's see, what else do we need? Sand or gravel, we have that. Glue. Now, today I'm going to be using a glue gun. Now you're probably going to be using regular glue. It might take a little bit longer because it doesn't dry as fast. But for what I'm going to do today for this demonstration, I'm going to use a glue gun. So, if you can get yourself some glue guns, that would be amazing. They're not that hard to use, and if you're safe enough, they're lots of fun. Okay, you guys, so let's start putting some leaves on. So what we do is we choose places where we see branches and we add leaves. Now, I'm sure you guys know by now that I love miniatures. Some of you have seen some of my work. I make miniature houses, miniature TV sets, things like that. Any kind of thing that I love, I like to make in miniature as well. And you know what? I love fall. So all I'm doing is taking the leaf and gluing it on the places where there's no leaves on the tree already and creating my own little fall leaves. Now, I can use lots of colors as well because, you know, I have lots of different leaves. Now, I prefer to take leaves off the tree that are a little bit alive, not necessarily dead and brown. I take them right off the tree because that is the best way to do it. Now I'm hoping your teacher will be able to do an offering. Once we take stuff from nature, we have to leave tobacco as an offering. So be sure your teacher is able to use tobacco as an offering, and even if you haven't done it yet, you should do it afterwards to thank the Creator for giving you these supplies. Very, very important. It's part of our history and our traditions. This one has 5. I'm gonna put it right on like that. It's kind of cool. Cool. Some of the ones I have, like this one here, already has a branch and a bunch of leaves. I'm not going to take this apart. I'm going to leave it just how it is. I'm going to use it like this and make its own little branch like that. So cool. All right, teachers, if your students are having trouble or if this is taking longer than you think, pause the video, come on back, and we'll keep going. If we're doing good, let's keep rolling. Now I have all sorts of different kinds of leaves, even oak tree leaves, and all sorts of different shapes and sizes. When you're out there in nature getting your leaves, I hope you got a whole bunch of different types so that you could choose which ones you want to put on your tree. Now best to keep turning your tree as much as possible so you can see where you need to put the leaves. Now keep in mind, guys, I work pretty fast, but I'm doing this for a while, so you're not going to be as speedy as me, but you know, you don't have to be because you are much younger than me. But as I always say, yours is exactly how it's supposed to be. Not any better, not any worse, exactly how it's supposed to be. And always remember that no matter what you're doing, if you try your hardest, if it's the best you can do, then that's exactly how it's supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to somebody else's work. Don't look around the room and see what everybody else is doing. Focus on yours, your ideas, your creativity, and your process, because that's what it's about. It's about you having fun. And your result might not be the same as somebody else's, but that's okay. That's no big deal. There's some nice big ones I'm going to use as well, leaves, because they fill a lot of space. Like right here, I'm going to cover this branch up right there so it doesn't show anymore. Now, when you're done these, I hope you have a chance to display them in your school so that other students can see your work, or maybe when your parents come down for parent-teacher interviews, they'll be able to see your work as well. You should be very proud of what you do. Never be shy about your work, always be proud of it, because it takes effort and time. It's not an easy thing to do to create art, and we should be proud of ourselves. It's hard to pick the colors I want because, oh, look at that one. A double leaf. I'm gonna use those just how they are. Oh boy, look at that beauty. Just a beauty. I love that. All right, I'm gonna add a few more leaves on here, and then I think I'm gonna be done making my fall leaf display. Now, you don't want to put too much on there. You want to make sure each leaf is seen and that it's very special. The only trouble I don't like about glue guns is all those little strings that follow along. It looks like spider webs, and maybe you want that. Maybe it's a Halloween tree. But I'm going to put some more red on. I think it needs a bit more red here and there. Now, teachers, once we're done here, students are able to do their own on their own time, as slow or as fast as they want. You'll be able to keep going once we're done this tutorial. Look at that. Now I'm kind of matching up the line of the leaf with the line of the twig so that it looks like it's growing right off of there. You can also choose to have it hanging down like this. Let me try one that's just hanging down. It might be more difficult with your glue, depending on what glue you're using, but some of these can be hanging straight down like that, as if they're ready to be plucked off the tree. But there you can see it, guys. I am so happy with that. I think that's enough for me for now. Let's move all these aside. And we're gonna look at our tree. Wow. I love it. There it is, you guys. This is my fall leaf tree, which I made from scratch. I know yours is probably awesomely cool, just like this one. And once again, as always, thank you so much for being here with me and making this fun craft. And again, do this at home again with your mom and dad. It's so simple to go to the bush, find a twig, a big branch like this, stick it in something, and make a fun tree like this with your mom or dad, or maybe your little brothers and sisters, whatever you want to do. But whatever you do, have fun, stay safe, love you all so much, and may the Creator watch over you as long as the sun shines, the grass grows, and the river flows. See you later, grade 5s and 6s. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.